Happy Friday, elements. Happy Friday, elements. Good morning. I am Leo, the Lioness Queen. If you happen to like what you see on this channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button and also like the video. Okay, guys, good morning. Hey, Elisa. Hey, Queen Vita. Hey, my two cents, Teeny B, Miss Blackberry, Step Reed. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And also, too, when you get a chance, if you want to, please join the membership. It is only $2.99, guys. I have not forgotten about the Cliff Notes video. Okay. I was thrown off yesterday, so y'all just got to be patient with me. But I'll come with the Cliff Notes video between today and tomorrow, depending on what is going on. Okay. So, the first story that we are going to do is about what happened last night on Pizarro's platform or whatever. I'm like, let me come and go ahead and address it. Hey, Subi, honey, you said you caught a live. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Subi. But yeah, I'm going to quickly address what the hell happened on Pizarro's platform last night or whatever. Because when I asked her to drop the link for the last time, I ended up getting a phone call. You said, or should I curse in Leo? Okay, but anyway, stop distracting me, y'all. So when I had asked her to drop the link the last time, I had ended up getting a phone call. And plus my damn mic was going in and out. Okay, so let me just give y'all the scenario really, really quickly. Okay. So it's towards the end of my shift. So I'm waiting to punch the fuck out. Okay. And so I noticed that Pizarro is live because I was busy throughout the day catching up on other videos because there's been so much going on. So I'm trying to catch up on other videos plus working. Okay. You said you saw it this morning, plus working and everything. So as I'm waiting to punch out, I see that Pizarro is live. So I go into Pizarro's lab to see what the hell is going on. Once I get in there, I'm waiting to punch out. I'm standing around a whole bunch of coworkers. And so it's time for me to punch out, but I'm reading the chat at the same fucking time. Okay. I'm half ass knowing what's going on. I think who it was Uppity and um Miss Diva getting into it or something. And of course Sean's name always manages to come the fuck up, okay? But still, I'm not knowing exactly how he came up or whatever. I'm just knowing Miss Diva going off. I'm looking in the chat and I'm constantly seeing Nina typing different shit, which she been doing that for a minute ever since he called her out or whatever. She been typing crazy ass shit. And so the comment that made me jump up there was really the thing where she said that Sean was basically cosplaying, because this is not the first time that she has insulted him when it comes to him traveling all over the world. I forgot what exactly she said the last time that I read, or either I don't know whether she put it in the comments or she was up on Pizarro's panel and said something about, him pretending to travel or whatever like that. Hey, Angie Blogs. But it was the insults. It wasn't even the harem part, even though I did address it, because at this point in time, hey, Sonia, at this point in time, I am used to people on the YouTube streets making comments about those who support Sean. I'm used to that shit. We're the old fat bitches and we're paymasters, all the other shit. I'm so used to everybody saying that shit. That's what they do. Okay. But what made me jump up there was her basically to me once again insulting him as a black person. And yet this is a person who constantly jumps up and acts as though she cares about the plight of black people and you know she holds the banner on colorism and all this other bullshit, but yet and still when she chooses to insult people, okay, she basically says self-hating ass shit. Also, yeah, supposedly he traveled, yeah, that's the part that she said, okay. um Yeah, she says a lot of self-hating ass shit. She does a lot of gaslighting, a lot of manipulating, a lot of stirring the pot. I have commented and said that shit before. And due to the fact that I do know that she enjoys psychologically playing games with people, and also due to the fact that nobody knows exactly who the fuck she is, I usually would ignore her. You get what I'm saying? I would purposely ignore Nina, because I know exactly what it is that she is doing. So that's why if there were times if she was up there and I came up there for a second to say whatever I had to say, whether it was to address somebody else, I usually wouldn't even acknowledge her, because of the fact I am very much aware of the stuff that she is doing. And as I stated before in my commentary, it's on a completely different level. It's not the insulting, because we all insult each other around here. We all have said crazy ass shit, below the belt ass shit. But like I said, it's something of a different level with her, because of the fact that again, she claims that she loves black people or she's black, which if she is black, she's a black Karen, apparently. Okay. And so, like I said, it's just the way that she does it. And that's the part that made me jump up, is because of the fact you constantly insulting this man's accomplishments. I don't feel any type of way about doing it because of the simple fact that that's what you do when you care about people and when something offends you. I usually do not make it a habit to defend Sean, because at the end of the day, he grown. Sean has been on these streets for a long time. He knows how to defend himself. Okay. So let's get that straight. Everybody motherfucking knows that. It's also not that I feel like nobody can mention Sean. That's what they're gonna do. He's the name that pays. And I don't feel like everybody has to like him. Just like everybody doesn't have to like me. So I'm not delusional in the fact that, once again, we are in the beef sector. So people are going to have their opinions, even about the people that you care about. But again, it's just the acting as though he's not able to have certain accomplishments or able to do certain things. It's the I'm better than thou. It's the fact that when you go after everybody, it's always something to where you're on a higher level than them, or always putting them at a subservient level, which I think is some fuck shit. Okay. And again, it makes me question, what the fuck is your motive here? What is your motive? And this is not something that she just feels about the people she goes after. This is something that she feels about everybody that she surrounds. And that's exactly why when I first did hit the panel, that's why I said, oh, everybody up here can let her play in your face. She's not about to play in mine. But at the same time, I have to get at myself, because I'm like, you already know what it is that she does. So why even feed into her bullshit? But it is what it is. I'm only human. So, of course, when we go at each other, of course, she goes for the story. You said she wants to be the main topic of conversation. I can't with her low vibrational ass. Okay, right, right. At this point, it doesn't even matter what color she is. The bitch is negative and the ish starter. Yeah, I mean, that's just simply what it is. So, of course, she goes for The fact of me sharing my story about me having a baby with a married man. That part really didn't bother me because at the end of the day, again, this is a beef sector. When you come out here and you tell your story, people are going to use that as an insult, which they should. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not even mad when it comes to that part. Um, I came out here and I shared my story for a reason. It's something that I will never ever be ashamed of. And she brings up my child. And so she says, what did I say about your son? This and that, like that. And it's like, bitch, you knew exactly what you were doing when you sat up there and brought up my son in a first motherfucking place. You knew exactly what you were doing by even bringing that up. Your poor son, and oh, he's not going to be a statistic, and oh, the poor wife has to take care of your, like, bitch, cut it out. Okay. The one thing that nobody can insult is my motherfucking motherhood. Okay. Me and my child's father, baby daddy, whatever you want to call the nigga, he takes care of my child. We both take care of my child. And I think that when I do tell my story to people, there are some people who actually get upset, not for the situation within itself, but because of the simple fact my story is not like a lot of other people's as far as, okay, I messed around with this married man, got pregnant, he left. I don't know where he is. My child destitute, the whole single mother insult, which a lot of people use single mother as an insult. Though you have a lot of single mothers who are in the midst, in the audience. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I said, once again, we don't know anything concerning this hoe, just what she presents. Okay? The single mother thing, like I said, people, they get mad because my story is not like everybody else's. Now, does that make me feel like I think I'm better than everybody? No, at all. I told my story for a reason. I do not regret it at all. I said before that, yes, we tell other people what they shouldn't say, what you shouldn't share on the YouTube streets, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I've been said a long time ago that that's something that everybody should break out of, because you never know if your situation can actually help somebody. And I know for sure when I came out and I told my story that it helped a lot of damn people. Okay. But you got people who have an attitude with the fact that in the midst of me telling my story, I don't have the story of, I don't know where his father is, or his father came in year 5. No, his father was there from the very beginning. Okay. I don't have the story of, oh, woe is me. Um, I need help. Can you send me this? Can you send me that? I don't have that motherfucking story. I don't have the story of, oh, the stepmother is mean. I don't have that motherfucking story. Oh, me and the stepmother goes back and forth. I don't have that motherfucking story. I don't have the story of, you say a million other women. So what? But that's what they do. Okay. I don't have the story of my child is not able to be around a certain family or his family. This, I don't have that motherfucking story. And that's something I'm not going to apologize for. Your child shouldn't even come up, period. Next, she takes it to the sexual stuff. Yeah, but that's what she does. Okay. But it just blew me that this is the thing that you go for. It's not only her bringing up my parenthood, the marriage situation, whatever. It's the fact of you automatically going to the so-called negative stereotypes. Then you're talking about my ancestors. Your ancestors is hoes and blah, blah, this and that. And I'm like, girl, do you know even what the fuck you are doing? When it comes to playing around with people's ancestors. But yet again, this is a woman who will go berserk or pretend as though she cares about topics such as colorism and the fair treatment of black people. But yet you say, once again, all this self-hating ass shit. Okay. So as me and her are going back and forth, I'm driving, mind you. Plus, my goddamn microphone goes the fuck out. Okay, so it got to a point to where I can't hear all of what she's saying. I don't know if anybody is saying anything. Then all of a sudden, I hear Pizarro. Her sound went out. She calling my name. I'm sitting up there responding, and nobody can hear me. Okay, so I was like, okay. So, like I said, the last time that I asked her to drop the goddamn link, somebody called me, and that was that. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and lay down. And when I get up in the morning, I'm going to go ahead and address the shit on my own motherfucking platform. Okay? And that's exactly what it is that I'm doing. Again, the whole insults, all this bullshit. Nina, you don't know shit about me other than the shit that I openly shared. And one thing that you will not do, and what I will not allow anybody to do, no matter what y'all opinion of me is to try to take the light or the blessings off my child's life. He will not be a statistic. He will be successful despite whatever he was born into. So that's something that you or nobody else has any control of. And again, for the 100th time, for everybody that's listening, so-called single mothers don't need your fucking pity at all. It's a lot of us out here who are killing it. Okay. And nothing against people with two-parent households and all that shit like that. But don't sit there and act as though that makes it to where your children are going to just have this successful, bright future, because people like to speak or throw broken homes as an insult. But at the end of the day, you can have two parents in the home, but it depends on what two parents those are. Because we also know toxic ass motherfuckers who have come from two parent homes. At the end of the day, when it comes to everything outside of the shit for Melvin, with his active ass father, which seems to piss you off and some other people, I take care of everything. I don't have nobody to walk out on me or I'm going to be destitute because a nigga walk out. That's not my motherfucking story. And that right there, I am very happy about. Okay, so that's it when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Am I about to go back and forth with Nina's ass? No. But she will get exactly what is coming to her. I don't have to lay a finger. I don't have to move a hand. And especially, once again, when you are fucking around with people's ancestors, okay, you basically summoning ancestors, have no clue what ancestors you are fucking with. So go ahead and do your thing, Nina. I said what I said, and that's going to be the end of that. Okay. Hey, CC and TV. Unpopular opinion. Pizza allows it because she's just like Nina, a faceless troll who talks about people. I mean, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that feel that way. I have a soft spot for Pizarro because of the simple fact that we've known her for so long. You know what I'm saying? I do have a soft spot for her. But at the end of the day, that's her platform. And if she wants to allow Nina on there with that self-hating ass bullshit, then that's her problem. You know what I'm saying? That's her issue. I ain't got to be around it. You know what I'm saying? He is not a statistic. Oh, yeah, Johnny Mac, I know that he's not. I already know he's not. You said, is Nina and again? Yeah, she is. That's what she does. Hell, I was married and we went our separate ways. So for years, I was a single parent. Single parents are making things happen out here. But yeah, so she grabbed for what was available. It is what it is. And that's pretty much all I have to say in regards to that. But yeah, that's why I didn't hit the link again, because like I said, my mic was going in and out. I couldn't hear shit. I'm sitting up there driving at the same time. And I should have just waited until I got home and just went up there then. but it was also so much going on at the same time up there. So that is my thing when it comes to the shit that happened last night. I don't regret it. Wait, hold on. This is my alarm. I don't regret it. I meant exactly what the fuck I said. And that's just it when it comes to that. Pizza is very sensitive about infidelity. Good morning, just lovely. I understand that. Like I said, I understand that. Again, I'm not a delusional human being. I knew that when I spoke about my story, like I said, there would be married people who would have an issue with that. I understand that. That's something that you are to expect. Just like I said, I expect that if me and a person are going back and forth, I expect that that's pretty much the only thing they can throw out of their bag. The two things that motherfuckers throw out of their bag when they come for me is you a part of a harem or whatever, or whatever when it comes to support and shine. That's the first thing they throw. And then the second thing they throw is the fact of the situation that I was very open to everybody about. That is what they do. That's something that I expect. You get what I'm saying? I am better when it comes to the son shit. Of course, I'm going to snap in the moment because of the fact that I am a mother. You get what I'm saying? Am I better with it now? Yeah. Do I still got some work to do with it when it comes to letting that shit completely roll off my shoulder? Yes. But even today, I'm cool. So I feel like I have grown when it came to that or whatever. Because, of course, to any parent, that is a very sensitive topic because this is your children. These are your children. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, it's all good. I'm moving on, and that's it when it comes to that. But she definitely will get what is coming to her, just due to the fact of the way that she moves, due to the fact of her being a self-hating ass bitch, due to the fact of her reaching for people's ancestors, which I think is one of the most stupidest things in the world. A lot of people around here play with spirits. In different ways. And you have to be careful about doing that because you never know what portals you are opening up, what it exactly it is that you are summoning. You never know what's opening up. Okay. And the one thing I don't do is play around when it comes to that shit because that shit can have some very drastic life changing results. And that's just on some real ass shit. I've seen it happen to too many motherfucking times. Okay. And that's just what it is. Leo, you were honest about your situation. The main ones judging more than likely did it themselves. Yeah, yeah. You said the harem thing took me out. I kept picturing SB in his Dubai gear and us surrounding him. You are so. But yeah, it's just the thing. Like, don't try to down. You want to talk about him, whatever. Because, like I said, none of us is exempt from being talked about. But don't try to sit up there and try to down this man's accomplishments or whatever. Okay, don't do that. That's some ignorant ass shit. And again, you dealing with a bitch who thinks she better than everybody, and that's just what it is. But whatever. She didn't learn from the folding chair. Apparently not. Okay. But like I said, I'm gonna move on from it. It is what it is. Okay. So the next story that I'm gonna bring up is about a secret meeting, guys. So for those of you who wanted to be messy, y'all can leave now. I'm talking about regular shit. Wait, hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So the next story is about a secret meeting that was held. You said I'm going to see Leo. I'm going to see your. Wait, write that again. Oh, you going to see my favorite? You. Y'all are silly. Let me move on to the next story. Okay. Oh, you going to see her tonight? I be missing. See, that's who I be needing to get with is Subi Honey. Let me move on to the next story, y'all, because y'all know my time is limited. Okay, I'm trying to be more consistent with coming with y'all or whatever and stuff. So, like I said, all the nosy people, y'all can drop out of the clouds or whatever. Go ahead and leave because I'm going to some regular real life shit. Okay. So anyway, Ford. So again, I've been talking to you all about what is going on when it comes to the big three. So the Detroit Free Press actually put out a story to where they found out that Ford officials or Ford managers had a secret meeting with the salaried employees. Okay. And one of the salaried employees pretty much recorded the meeting. Now, I have not heard the recording. They sent it to the free press. I don't know if the free press is going to actually go ahead and put the shit out. Okay. But they basically said what was said in the meeting. And pretty much what they are saying is that the supervisors and even some of the engineers are going to have to be prepared to try to do our jobs, okay? When or if we walk out, okay? They're telling them that they're going to have to basically work the docks, drive the forklifts, operate machinery, and not only that, a lot of them may have to even go out of town. They were sworn to secrecy. They were told that they could not even share it with their families. Okay. They couldn't share the information with their families. And they had a choice on what state they wanted to go to. Okay. So, yeah. And one of the people that was in there actually recorded it. You said you can believe that? Yeah. And so you expect for these people to do our jobs, which we have been trained for. And as I stated yesterday, especially when it comes to the forklift shit, you need training on that. But just as with a lot of different things, it's nothing like actually doing it. Okay. And let's say, for instance, if they have like this secret location to where they brought a forklift in, which is several different types of forklifts. Okay. A lot of them. You got little forklifts, huge forklifts. It's a lot of different forklifts. But let's just say, for instance, while they are trying to prepare themselves and think they're going to be able to keep production going successfully. If they brought any of these machines into a secret location and they're trying to train them how to do it or whatever, it's not going to be the same as actually being inside of the different facilities, okay? Because every facility does not operate the same, okay? It don't operate the same at all. And just as with regular driving, okay? You already know what the driving manuals say when you first got started driving, blah, blah, blah. They don't tell you that you have to have quick reflexes when it comes to somebody darting out. Or, they teach you how to stop at a fucking red light. They teach you how to parallel park, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they don't prepare you for shit that you are not used to. Again, a car coming out of nowhere, a person walking out of nowhere, a dog, a deer, whatever, crossing the street. They don't prepare you for that. Okay? They can't, excuse me, they can't do it inside of the actual facility either, because also most facilities operate 24 hours. So they can't actually show them while the UAW employees are around, because they would get in trouble for that. You get what I'm saying? So you have a lot of the salary workers who were upset about that. They were complaining because they're worried about their safety, because all you're giving them is a manual to teach them how to pick up some shit, which you're not telling them, which they can see themselves. It's probably over 100 different things that you have to, exactly, Queen Vita. Hey, Miss Etta, it's over 100 different things that you have to pick up. Not only that, when it comes to the forklift specifically, again, it's the type of forklift that you drive. You have different gear shifts that you have to use, okay? And when you first get on a forklift, depending on which one you get on, you have some that have 3 levers, you have some that have 4 or 5 levers. And if you are not used to doing that shit like second nature, you can fuck something up, you can hurt yourself. Some containers, depending on how heavy they are, how big they are, you might can carry 6 of something. Another container, you may only be able to carry 2 or sometimes just 1, because they so fucking heavy. the different levers. I said again, you have one that is to lift it back, because that's the first thing that you do when you go into anything that you're picking up. Your first thing is to lift back, but that's something that you have to learn. Okay, because you can easily make a mistake and go into it, but also fuck around and have the up and down lever. And if you're not lifting or tilting back the way that you're supposed to, if you don't have that motherfucker on a certain type of way, you can also tip that goddamn thing over. You can drop some shit and fuck some shit up. So once again, this shit ain't fucking easy. It ain't some shit that you could just throw a manual at somebody. So you have a lot of white collar workers that were worried about their safety. Okay. And they did something like this. They said 2 years ago at John Deere, when John Deere went on strike, they said that one of the white collar employees actually ended up fucking up something, tearing something up, and they were instructed not to say anything about it. So you are putting, hey, Beyond Beauty, you are putting these people's lives in danger. And that's why I said yesterday, we make this shit look easy. It wasn't me blowing smoke up nobody's ass or trying to, like I'm just a master. But at the end of the day, again, I've been driving this shit for years. That ain't something that you can just get somebody off the motherfucking street to be able to do. You can really fuck something up. You can fuck yourself up. That motherfucker can tip over if you do not know what you are doing. Okay. So you said they better have medical. They better. A forklift driver at my brother-in-law's warehouse was decapitated. It can be very dangerous. My ex-husband friend drove a forklift and broke his leg. The damn forklift tip. Yeah, that shit is more than an ocean. You say I can only imagine how much shit is going to be. Yeah, it's gonna be real fucked up. So this is what they are doing. So the point in bringing that up is to say, of course, if they are doing this at Ford, you already know they're doing it at the other two. And remember how I told you all that some of the supervisors have been being extra polite, extra nice than normal. They also reported that there are a lot of the salaried employees that actually do not want to cross the picket line. They don't want to cross it. And so, like I said, where I'm at, I can tell that some of them around, they're being extra nice or they're being extra accommodating, not because of the fact that they're necessarily, of course, they're worried about what the hell's gonna happen because they know that shit gonna fall on them. But also, you will be surprised to see that there are people who are salary employees who actually support what it is that we're going through. They actually have a heart for what we're going through, but at the same time, they're in the position that they're in. You get what I'm saying? And when it comes to that, you got management who is not your friend, and you got the UAW. We're enemies at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? So you have a lot of people who don't want to cross that picket line. So they also have been dealing with that as well. Is the white collar employees? They don't want to cross the picket line because they also know that can also be a very dangerous thing when you try to cross a picket line. You have people who will do bodily harm against you. You have people that will fuck up your vehicle. They were also asking within the secret meeting on how they were going to even be transported into the different facilities or whatever. They were asking, are you guys going to have security available for us? Are you going to have it to where we have some type of bus? Because they can't drive their regular vehicles into there. That's just the way that it goes for those of you who do not know. They usually have it to where when people are picketing, they usually do it at each entrance. If you even look at like old strikes or whatever like that, you got people or protesters who will actually stand in front of big ass semi trucks to not even allow the semi to try to even stop the semi trucks from coming in and out. So they give these big ass trucks an issue. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what happens. Strike time can be very, very ugly. You know, they will put down stuff to fuck up your tires, all types of stuff. It can be very, very dangerous. You know, for people who that's why they have people that are called scabs. And that is what they are looked at when you try to cross that picket line. So you got a lot of workers that are worried about that. But that is what it was exposed when it came to Ford. You said with bats too, yeah, it can get very ugly. You know, like I said, me, would I take it that far to be trying to harm somebody? No. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of people, they don't give a fuck about that shit. It just is what it is. Oh, they have a no strike clause. That's fucked up. Yeah, it can get very volatile. So like I said, once again, we are all, of course, still praying for the best. They learn from the best Teamsters. Yeah, the Teamsters, yeah, they get ill or whatever. But again, the clock is ticking down. Strike vote August the 22nd. Okay, so this is the last story, guys, and then I have to go. We're going back to Derrick Jaxn. Wait, hold on, guys. You said my mama was crazy about crossing that picket. Yeah, it's people saying shit already. I'm telling y'all. That picket line is like crossing the street with cars driving 100 miles per hour. Very scary at times. Good morning, McTweet. Yeah, so yeah, I'm child. Again, I hope it don't come to that, but you know, if it does, let's just say that everybody outside of us is definitely worried because it can definitely be a very volatile situation. Okay. You said the UFT, CSA, NYPD, FDNY unions cannot strike. Hey, Miss Coffee, good morning, good morning. Okay, so this is the last story. So I was telling you all about Derrick Jaxn in the interview, part one of the interview. Okay, so he did his part two yesterday, and it was also very interesting. And it's worth a watch because I think one of my elements had commented and said that after she watched part two, that she started to have a different opinion of him because, like I told you guys yesterday, when everything came out, of course, everybody was team Danae. But once you do listen to what it is that he has to say, and again, listen to her interview, a lot of what they had to say really was the same, but you just got to hear more of his thing. And so the thing that he mentioned yesterday was about him trying to still be peaceful with her because of her having one of their children is dark skinned. Okay. She has a dark skinned daughter. And so Danae said, even in her own interview, that she had resentment towards her dark skinned daughter because of the fact she felt like the women that Derrick would cheat on her with were dark skinned. She felt like he preferred dark skinned women. So she would, you know, kind of take it out on their daughter who was still young. And so he went further into detail about her, you know, basically when she would be mad at him, not allowing him to see the kids, and how out of their children she would, you know, like be funny towards the daughter. And so he was saying that a lot of stuff he put up with in order to basically save his daughter. You know, he did acknowledge that he feel like she's a good mother, but he did say that a lot of his movements um was in regards to him not trying to rock the boat and make it to where his dark skinned daughter had to deal with her mistreatment, her yelling at her, like I said, treating her differently than their other children who are lighter. And I thought that was very, very interesting. And he's not lying about that because she did mention that within her interview. I would advise anyone, before you even listen to his two parts, go and listen to her two parts. It's very interesting to hear both of their stories, but she did acknowledge that. And then he also spoke about how her mother had a lot to do with the issues that they were having. It's like when her mother would get in her ear, she would basically change. And then also, too, when she started to get super religious, or like when they would have meetings, when they started, trying to have like couples counseling, whether it was with, spiritual people, that the mother would literally come and sit in the meetings. And a lot of the pastors in which they were seeing were asking, like, why is she here? You know what I'm saying? And so I thought that was interesting as well. So he said that the main reason why he decided to finally cut ties and just go on, was because of not only the other things that they were going through, but because of the mother, you know. And so that's exactly what happened with that. Some of us have really allowed pale folks to do a number on our self esteem and the idea of beauty. So sad. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought, I was like, damn, that's kind of sad. And he was like, she had got caught up with these people, when she started doing that super religious stuff. And she was like involved in like a 4-person church, and it was almost like cultish like. And basically, she was asking him to do all of this stuff. And he was like, I did all of this stuff, and it just was never good enough. You know what I'm saying? Also, when it comes to financially, he said, I took care of everything financially. He was like, I was making millions of dollars. He said she never had to work, never had to do anything. He said that he had cleaning people for her. He was paying $2,500 for like a day, a preschool, a daycare, or something like that. And so she pretty much didn't have to do anything. He took care of everything, and he took care of everything financially up until the point where he went and finally filed for divorce and stuff. So, you know, it's interesting. Okay. So that's the latest of what I was able to catch of what was going on or whatever. Y'all, of course, let me know what y'all think, even further about these stories. I'm trying to come with more stories and look up more things. And also, speaking of my son, since he was the topic of discussion, we are currently working on our next stories or whatever for episode 4 of Up with the Tea, which was something that he brilliantly came up with. And so we hope that you all enjoy that next episode and stuff. But other than that, guys, I thank you all for coming here. I thank you for the constant support. And I'm about to go ahead and get on with my day. I love you all, elements. Have a good day. Bye, guys.